Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Visit to Vidyasagar is coming to an end. In a grand way. It has awakened Vidyasagar, so many people who were there at that time, and it is going to keep awakening and giving light for millions of years perhaps in the future. Generations of generations like Bhagavad Gita, this will be read and man will be undergoing transformation. Master is ready to part, and such beautiful words that endear a person to awaken the love in the Bhakta's heart. Sri Ramakrishna is continuing the conversation. Vidyasagar remained silent when Sri Ramakrishna said, "We are all small fishing boats and you are a big ship. You may run aground on the way." All laughed. Vidyasagar remained silent. Sri Ramakrishna said with a laugh, "But even a ship can go there at this season." Vidyasagar remained silent. Sri Ramakrishna said with a laugh, "But even a ship can go there at this season." Means the ships will move about where there is water alone. So while moving about in the waters, wherever there is water, now when the rainy season, the Calcutta people will experience rainy, the whole Calcutta place is something like a plain. When rain comes, water does not so easily flow like our places in South India and all that are ups and down. Waters will start flowing. In Himalayan regions also you will see the heavy rains, it starts flowing down. But in Calcutta, it starts becoming stagnant. Slowly, water level raises. Slowly, it comes down. Within hours, you will see that when we were in training center in Belur Mott, we saw the rainy season water rising in torrents slowly. And there was a day when the water level came to that height, the temple we had to go in a boat. From inside the mutt, we had to go from one place to another place in boat. All had to lower living. They had to vacate and go to the first floor or second floor and stay. Temple, which is about such a height, we saw it is moving. So when rainy season comes, people who used to go even in khet and all that, in farms, they will be walking on the elevated places meant for walking. And when rainy season comes, everything will be one level. There is no up and down. You can just freely move about wherever you want. Boats can move. Like that, ship can also move anywhere. Yes, Ramakrishna with love, but even a ship can go there at this season. Vidyasagar smiling. Yes, this is monsoon season. All love. Yam said to himself, what is going on behind? Yam is keenly observing what is happening. Yam said to himself, this is indeed the monsoon season of newly awakened love. Sri Ramakrishna has gone to awaken that love for God. He is ready. He is Yogya Patra now, fit instrument to receive that love, retain that, and awaken it. Keep on flowing that love. This is indeed the monsoon season of a newly awakened love. At such times, one does not care for prestige or formalities. How it is coming, you see, how he is understanding, how he is presenting it to us. The whole words are M to himself. This is indeed the monsoon season of newly awakened love. At such times, one does not care for prestige or formalities. See how beautifully he is explaining. Where is the prestige? When love has awakened, Vidyasagar has forgotten that he is Vidyasagar. Sri Ramakrishna has forgotten that he is Sri Ramakrishna. Where are the formalities? They have dissolved the formalities. How to meet whom, when will, how they part. Love is beyond all rules and regulations, all limitations, all formalities, all obligations. Sri Ramakrishna then took leave of Vidyasagar, who with his friends escorted the master to the main gate, leading the way with a lighted candle in his hand. In those days, electricity had not yet come. Inside the houses, of course, there were gas lights. The gas supply was there, house to house, through pipe, which many of the places now we have the gas being supplied in cylinders. The same gas used to be. Now also they are trying to bring that old system of sending gas through the pipes. Many of the places in Calcutta and all, even now it is there. Now I am in USA, here in California. Here also gas supply is through the pipes. Those lights were there. Anywhere going, you cannot carry that light. You have to carry a small kerosene lamp or oil lamp or a candle. Sri Ramakrishna, who with his friends, Vidyasagar, who with his friends escorted the master to the main gate, leading the way with a lighted candle in his hand, he himself is carrying. Before leaving the room, the master prayed for the family's welfare. Going into an ecstatic mood as he did so. This is a custom when a holy man, even a sannyasi, when he goes to anybody's house, first, when saints or people like this, when they go to any house, usually they go to the shrine in the house. Every house has a shrine. So first they go to the shrine, look at the eternal being there. Every house you see, people, the members of the family, they are all coming and going. Now son replaces their father, his son replaces him, and people are as if they are coming and going. The shrine in the home, that alone lasts. For generations, that shrine will be there. People will be coming and going. So that is the place where eternity is brought into mind, where infinity is brought into mind. So when we go to anybody's house, usually or at least while sitting, we bring the Ishtadevata of those people or our own Ishtadevata. We mentally bring the divine to dwell with us, God being with us. We move and talk. So after that you see, when everything is over, while parting again, they stay for a while and invoke the grace and blessing of the divine for the welfare of all the family, the entire family. This family doesn't limit itself to present. It covers as far as the past and the future generation of that family also. We call it Kula, the Kulodhara. When a holy person enters anybody's house, it is not the Parivara, it is Kula which is going to be sanctified. So Sri Ramakrishna is standing and praying. And when he prays, he is feeling intensely the Lord's and His grace coming down. He himself has come here and he is praying. And imagine the awareness. Where is his awareness? It has already transcended the physical limits and gone beyond. He is in ecstatic mood as he did so. As soon as the master and the devotees reached the gate, they saw an unexpected sight and stood still. In front of them was bearded gentleman of fair complexion, aged about 36. He wore his clothes like a Bengali, and on his head was a white turban tied after the fashion of Sikh community. No sooner did he see the master than he fell prostrate before him, turban and all. When he stood up, the master said, "Who is this, Balram? Why so late in the evening?" Balram, one of the devotees of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna used to enjoy his company and his intimate devotees and his disciples and the monastic disciples who later on renounced the world and became sannyasis, the group of sannyasis. He used to advise them and tell them to go to his house because Lord Krishna as Jagannath was being worshipped in their house. And he used to say that house, the food is absolutely pure, free from all defects. So every day the rice used to be offered to Jagannath from their house. And the main thing is purity, which attracted him. And he himself used to go very often, and later on after the Sri Ramakrishna's Leela ends, all these disciples who renounced the world and became sannyasis were like orphans without the parents. So it was at that time the Balram and his family, his wife especially, took care of all these people, and they used to, for anything, whether when they are sick, when they are not able to have any food, or for day and night sitting, they want to relax a little from tapas, then they used to come here. And to awaken within themselves the memories of the Master, that is Sri Ramakrishna, his play, his presence, to enjoy in the company of the devotees. They used to go there, and this was one of the important place, like a pilgrimage center was his house. So that Balram has come. When he stood up, the master said, "Who is this, Balram? Why so late in the evening, Balram? I had been waiting here for a long time, sir." "Master, why did not you come in?" "Yes, come quite earlier, maybe for an hour or so. He might be waiting there, standing outside, but he has not dared to come inside." "Why did not you come inside, Balram? All were listening to you. I did not like to disturb you." Because a small intervention and the whole attention of the master shifts from one topic, one idea, one way to another. So all these people, unknown to Sri Ramakrishna, were already there. And M also is there, the author of the... now he's coming, he feels and understands. And this understanding that he need not, I should not go now. I should not divert the attention of all people from the master and master's attention from all these. They have forgotten each other and listening to each other, viewing. All are viewing with one, without blinking their eyes. They are observing master and listening. And master also has lost his external awareness of time, place, and everything, going on talking. So if I enter, the whole thing would be, he is standing outside the main gate. He is standing and waiting for the master to come out. This understanding also will be given by Sri Ramakrishna. And this is also a lesson for generations to come. When somebody is engaged absorbed in spiritual practices or absorbed in the thought of God, we should remain aloof without disturbing their bhava, feelings. All were listening to you. I did not like to disturb you. The master got into the carriage with his companions. Vidyasagar to M softly, "Shall I pay the carriage hire?" M, "Oh, don't bother, sir, please. It is taken care of." The usual tradition is when a holy man comes home, because these holy men people, especially sannyasis and all, they don't keep their personal money or anything. All their coming and going expenses, their food and all are taken care when a holy man goes to anybody's house. Any sadhu coming, food and their coming and going are taken care of. So here, M, the author of the Gospel, is telling it's taken care of. Vidyasagar and his friends bowed to Sri Ramakrishna, and the carriage started for Dakshineshwar. What a beautiful play. When incarnations come to what level they can come down to lift souls. We think each time when do little sadhana that we are doing great sacrifices. We feel we are taking lot of strain. We are doing this and that. But where is our sacrifice? Where is the sacrifice of God coming down and going through all this? And you see, the whole thing, it's going to end. Such a beautiful thing where the man has forgotten his own existence. And look at him. Anybody who has forgotten even the small piece of art or a poetry, a song, which makes man forget himself. When it ends, what a pain. The joy that it gave, the awareness which made the person to forget the time and space. Can it be compensated? When Durga Puja ends, when a huge function is coming to an end, when some of the whole, as if you have spent the whole life and life is ending, like a lamp constantly burning is getting exhausted of the oil that has been put. It is how a kind of feelings, a mixed feelings of joy and pain that, oh, he's going away, he's going away. Except the eyes fixed, seeing the cart moving. Nothing to say. The wheels keep rolling. We see a similar situation, a similar state happening when Krishna is leaving Vrindavan to Mathura. And that was the last parting, never to return again. And he never comes back to Vrindavan again. From there, once he leaves the Vrindavan, he was just at the age of 11. Krishna leaves. And all will be expecting he will come back. And from there his Dharma Samstapana, another part of his life begins, of transcending all limits and going beyond. What was the state of Gopas and Gopis at that time when Krishna parted? They did not know that he is not going to come back again. In spite of that, the pain that is going to Mathura itself is unbearable. The same thing here, Vidyasagar, his family, Balram Bose, all the people who are gathered there are feeling that emptiness. In Hindi they say, Suna Suna lag raha hai. The master has gone. The bliss. Vidyasagar and his friends bowed down to Sri Ramakrishna, and the carriage started for Dakshineshwar. But the little group with the venerable Vidyasagar at their head holding the lighted candle, stood at the gate and gazed of the master until he was out of sight. Here we see the chapter also ends, and I don't think, except in meditation, Vidyasagar was able to meet Sri Ramakrishna again. This is life. This is the thing. Just a heart that expands to love people, to love humanity, to take all pains to remove the suffering of others. How Lord and nature, how they shower their grace on those people who have sacrificed a little for thee. You earn so much, you gain so much in your life, you spend so much. From morning till night, you are living for yourself. A small part of it, a few minutes of your life that you sacrifice for the welfare of others, a small amount of your earning that you sacrifice for the welfare of others will make the Lord's grace descend on you in such a way that you'll be elevated to the heights of spirituality without sadhana. This is what we see, how the enlightenment comes. This is a part of the, you can say, pure karma yoga, wherein God is not brought into picture. Yet God comes there uncalled for because of the sacrifice. This is a type of yajna. Here we see, usually karma yoga means we mix with the bhakti yoga. That is, for the sake of God, seeing God in man I serve is one part. Seeing God in, knowing that I am not the doer. I am only an instrument in the hand of God. I am not the doer. I am Atman. My body, mind is serving. Jnana ashraya I am taking. I am doing, seeing God and doing. I am taking bhakti as the ashraya, as the support. On what platform I am standing and doing the service. Either jnana or bhakti. But here we see he is neither taking jnana or bhakti into his account. He is not bringing the jnana. I am Atman. I am not the doer. No. I am a servant of God. No. I am seeing God in others and serving. No. Just love. Love humanity. See their suffering. Share their suffering. Try to remove their suffering. This is the pure karma yoga, independent of jnana, bhakti and the other part of the yoga. It is an independent path we see here. And then this is the how it leads to enlightenment. God descends. God comes to the door. Nature participates and they reach the perfection. All right, we continue. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.